We have, obviously, all of the international games were announced yesterday. We know that the Commanders are hosting the Colts Week 4 in London.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we wanted to do our best to try to
9:30.
forecast how many primetime games, how many standalone, like marquee games the Commanders may have in 2026.
Let's put it in context. How many did they? I feel like they had a ton of primetime games.
They have 5
last year.
I think it might have been six or more last year. It was a lot.
It was 6 or 7.
They were featured prominently. Obviously,
they were
after
coming
Jaden's rookie season.
Well, they played Green
Coming off
Bay.
an NFC
I think
Championship
they
game.
had 5. They had the Packers Thursday night. They had the Bears Monday night. They had the Chiefs Monday night. They had the Seahawks Sunday night, and they had the Broncos Sunday night.
Well, they played on Christmas. They played Dallas on Christmas.
And they had the
Thursday.
So not prime time, but like
game?
a standalone. Those are different, right? So you have your primetime games, then you have your standalone. In other words, when they play in Europe, they're going to be a standalone game.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, you might be right. 7 games.
Can they? Do you think they can get 2? They're for sure going to get 1 Monday night game, right? There's no chance they're going to not get a Monday night.
I think at least 1.
I'm going to guess they play like a division rival on a Monday night. Maybe
Like
the Eagles or the Giants or
that makes sense to me. I think they'll Thursday games are terrible. I for sure think they're going to get a Thursday night game to juice that up.
probably.
Now listen, maybe we're just being crazy and the bloom is off the rose. I remember specifically sitting right here a year ago saying we're the sexiest team in the league last year. We're not the sexiest team in the league in 2026. But
correct, yeah.
But I think
that's
TV
the reason they got all those
executives-
prime times last
I think
year.
TV executives know with Jaden there, they're still pretty sexy. What I would do if I was the league schedule maker, and I know they put it all in the computer and spits it out, and then they tweak, and they put it in the computer and it spits it out, and they tweak. I would front load Commanders games
to make sure Jaden's healthy.
Yes,
It's not a bad idea. It's not
I
a
would
bad
front load
philosophy.
primetime Commanders games if that's something that's important.
I'm going to say that they're going to get 3. I think it's going to be about half of what they had. They'll still get some, but in the division, they're probably the least glamorous team this season because the Giants, I think, leapfrog them simply because Harbaugh's there.
I don't know. I don't know if a coach coming to the Giants is a bigger draw than Jaden Daniels if he's healthy.
Yeah, but you got a coach, you got Jackson Dart, you got Scadaboo hopefully coming back, Neighbors coming back.
I'm going to push back on the Giants.
I think the Giants.
The Commanders.
I'll make a side
That's
bet with you.
Back.
I'll make a side bet.
Yeah.
I'll say that the Commanders will not get more primetime games than the New York Giants.
That's a good bet.
I don't know if I'm willing to make that bet.
He's
I mean, you just fought me before, and now you're going back.
I'm not. I don't know if I'm willing to put $2 on that bet. I might have to pause. I might have to tap the brakes on that.
You quibbled with me saying that the Giants may be more glamorous.
Yeah, I mean,
Make the bet.
With Harbaugh, there's an attraction, so that's a sell point.
Dart. It's also New York.
It's New York.
yeah. You know what? I'm going to pass on that bet. I'm gonna acquiesce.
So I'm in on 3 for the Commanders primetime games.
I was inspired by Kevin Sheehan's mock schedule, so I made one myself. I mean, who knows? I might get 2 or 3 of these right, but I have them hosting Philly Week 5 Monday Night Football. Then 2 weeks later, I have them.
So that's right after they are in London.
I have them bypassing the early bye week, which they do have an option. Like after international travel, you can either take a bye right after, or this is so early in the season. I feel like
they're not going to take the bye there.
Commanders are going to bypass the bye in Week 5 and kick it to later in the schedule. Now the problem with that is you don't know where it's going to fall if you take that option.
Oh, I thought that they always.
They don't have to.
I thought
take
they always had to take the bye.
It's
after
not
the
mandatory.
International travel.
It's not mandatory.
Okay.
And I think because it's so early in the season that they're going to take.
That'd be
They're
smart.
going to get a bye in week.
Who would you want them
week
to?
9?
Who would you want them to open up with? Week 1.
I have them opening at Arizona on the road.
I told you that.
Did you tell me that?
I made that prediction, and Eric said, "Why?"
Well,
do you
I just
said, I don't know.
I crossed
just
out the teams that I know it can't be because of the other scheduling conflicts. It can't be the Rams, Seahawks, Giants, or Cowboys. I know that they're not opening against them.
Could be the Texans, I guess.
It could be the Texans, but
That's a home game.
do you want to do that in week one? Does Commanders,
I don't know.
Texans have a lot of sizzle in week one?
My prediction was Arizona.
I have
in
them
week
at
one.
Well, what's
Arizona
the
in
sizzle
week
to
one.
Arizona?
There's no sizzle.
I don't know that there is much.
It's kind of a boring.
I think it's like
You just use sizzle as logic.
They're
and
just pairing up two teams that are, the Commanders. They're hoping to bounce back, and Arizona's kind of rebuilding from scratch.
I mean, from a TV
Kind of
perspective, it
from
seems like a
TV,
dud.
It's kind of a throwaway
Yeah,
game.
it seems like a
in
dud.
my opinion.
Yeah.
and it'll be a 4:05 or 4:30 game, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe the Bengals in week one.
Could be the Bengals.
Could be the Bengals.
That's more
That's
sizzle.
Could it be the Eagles?
They've opened up against the Eagles a lot in the
Yeah.
last 10 years. Yeah, could
Maybe, but there's been a lot of backload. Like last year, didn't they play the Eagles
Yes.
twice? Like in the last 3 or 4
Dude, if
weeks
I had
of the
my
season.
preference, give me the Cardinals all day. Let me start with a dub.
Yeah, last year they played Philly in week 16.
Oh, you're guaranteeing
15 and 17.
You're basically chalking
Or
up
16 and 18.
You're doing they're the Cardinals bit.
I'll never pick.
You're doing
There's not a
it's
scenario.
Arizona
I
bet.
would never pick the Cardinals over my guys. Now, if they played Philly, you got to really potentially talk about picking Philly. But I would never, ever, ever, ever pick Arizona over us.
Got to worry about Jeremiah Love.
He'll be good, but I just won't. Is he going to start 30 points on his own?
That's your number one pick to start the season.
Well, I would like
home
that.
Or, home or away, doesn't matter. You want a layup.
Well,
That's your layup.
I'd like to have a dub to start. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
of
want to
course,
start out
everyone
0-1.
does.
I don't want to start out 0-1 like a division rival.
Out of all the teams they play, you think Arizona's the weakest?
I don't know. Maybe Houston.
Tennessee's got to be in there too.
Tennessee's up there, correct.
Yeah.
But I'm sure both of their win totals are very low for 2026.
Robert Salah now the head coach.
Yes, and Brian Daboll, the OC.
Yep.
I don't know.
I would say either Tennessee or Arizona.
Where do we know Arizona is that's a road game because it's at
That is-
Arizona.
that's
It's
a
a
road
road
game.
game. Yeah.
At Arizona.
And so is
Yeah.
Tennessee.
How many primetime games do you give them?
Well, the
I'm
Giants,
giving them 3.
The
So you get a
Giants
Monday Night
last year-
Football, Sunday Night Football, and then I'll give a wild card in there somewhere.
Are they obligated to give them anything? Is there a league rule?
think they
where
try to give
everybody
each
has
team
to be
one.
at least
I
one?
think Thursday Night Football they have to get.
Yeah.
So last
One.
year the Giants, if this is correct, were on Sunday, Thursday, and Monday. They got one of each. I think at a minimum, Washington will get 3. Prime time.
I've got Washington's Thursday night game, Week 11, hosting the Texans.
How many primetime
Thursday
games
night.
did you give them
I
in
have
total?
3 total.
3
One
total.
Monday
Okay,
night,
the same as me.
One Sunday night game, one Thursday game.
Yeah.
I still think we're sexy.
I'm going to give them.
Just not the sexiest.
I'm going to give them 4. I'll give
But-
them one more.
Yeah.
That, like, in terms of heading into the season, and have you guys seen what the Thanksgiving slate is?
Oh, it's a banger.
The Thanksgiving slate,
Banger after banger.
starting on Wednesday night
so good.
through Friday, it looks amazing.
Well,
Maybe you can go through that.
let me see if I can do it off the top of my head.
Starting
Packers Rams is Wednesday night. That's your
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving
Eve.
Eve. Then you have Detroit Chicago is your first game.
Yep.
On
Detroit's
Thanksgiving.
always the first game, aren't they?
Yes, they always lead off. Dallas is your sandwich game. They host Philly.
So what
Then your
time
night-
is that? What
That's
time
like a 4, 3:45,
So that's when I'll be
4
eating.
o'clock.
That's when I'll be eating.
And then
Because the first game, I believe, starts at 12 or 12:30. Doesn't it usually
it's
start?
12:30, yeah.
I'll be in the hotel for that
And then
one.
your nightcap is Chiefs Bills.
Yeah, there you go.
Chiefs.
So you got 4
Bills.
big games.
And
there.
then your
a good
Black
one
Friday game is Steelers Broncos.
My God, these guys want to play every day, don't they?
So those,
Yeah.
Yes.
They want to play
Every day.
20 games and
Let's
play every day.
all I'm saying is those 10 teams
Got a
that are
life,
playing,
Gigs.
those 10 teams that are playing on Thanksgiving this year, based on what happened last season and probably some doubt on health of the quarterback, they're more glamorous than the Washington Commanders. So I believe all those teams will get more primetime games than Washington. There's only going to be so many
That's
left.
fine. I mean, it's not a competition.
So I'll give them 3, B. Cakes is in
I
on
have
3.
So they can't. I have 4. The Commanders cannot face the Giants or Cowboys in the opener because they're playing each other in the
Correct.
opener, correct?
And
All
they
right.
can't face the Rams or the Seahawks because
Yeah.
they're playing in
And I don't
freaking
know if
Australia.
I don't know if they'll put them with Philly because they've opened up with Philly a bunch in the last
Just
10
seems-
years.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
why don't you save that?
So I think they will. I think they'll push
I think
that.
it's going to be kind of like a lesser team.
Yeah.
that
So
they're gonna
I think
open with.
Arizona's a good call, but but it could be someone like, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Any
I don't
other
think
quirks that you have?
I mean, again, this is just pulling stuff out of thin air, but I did account for what teams are, already scheduled for games, international games. I do have them closing week 16 through 18, all against the division. At Philly, home to the Giants, at Dallas to close the season.
That's a killer.
That's probably
And
a good call.
last season was very similar.
Last year
they
was four
backloaded a lot of the division
consecutive games in the division last
Do you
year.
think
Right.
they'd give? I have no idea because this is not something that I particularly care about. I just accept the schedule, however they do it. But do they give? If you have to travel to Europe or Australia or wherever Rio, wherever all these teams are going, do they give you the benefit then and say, okay, we're not going to give you a Thursday night game because while it's a prime time, it's just a pain in the ass.
If they travel?
In other words, if you go to London,
They usually have a bye week that next week.
yeah.
But
But I'm just saying in general, overall, will they say we forced you to go internationally? We know everyone hates it, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think these coaches love playing on Thursday night.
They
That we'll
don't.
throw you a bone, and you don't. We're not going to give you a
By the
Thursday
way,
night because we're making you travel to Australia.
Did you guys see the graphic that Schefter tweeted of NFL 2026 miles traveled by each team?
for the
I saw
Niners, the
San
Niners have
Francisco
to
was
leave.
awful.
The Niners are going to travel 38,105 miles by air.
Why do they hate them?
The Panthers,
They hate
who are
the
at the bottom,
shanties.
the Panthers are going to fly 8,740 miles by comparison. The Niners are,
No
are
one cares
traveling
about 'em.
30,000 plus
Right?
more miles.
Yep.
It's great to be one of these premier teams in
Yeah.
the NFL that everyone loves, but it also sucks at the same time.
It's like being number one in golf or something. You got to do all the responsibilities. You got to do all the sponsor bits. You gotta
when you
do all
have
the media.
when you have a superstar that is always on prime time, or a team that's always good that's always on prime time, you really get hoard in terms of rest compared to all these mediocre middling teams. It's not an advantage,
Right.
to be playing on prime time nonstop, and then you're not getting that extra half day or day rest compared to other teams.
Oh, yeah. They hate it. It's definitely not an advantage. I mean, Shanny talked about it. He said, we don't want to go to Australia.
Well, heck, even playing on
He said that.
Well,
Even playing on Thursday.
even playing on Sunday night. Say the game's done at midnight compared to 1:00. That's basically almost an entire day's worth of rest for the guys. Than if they play next week.
EB, are you pumped to watch Jaden Daniels in quarterback?
On Netflix.
Now it's stuff from last season. So quarterbacks featuring 4 guys this time.
Oh, it's already stuff that's in the can.
Yeah, it's from last season.
Oh,
so you
not
get
as
kind of
much.
an inside look as to what happened behind the scenes with Jaden Daniels, Joe Flacco.
Well, that's gonna be so depressing.
Flacco's one of them.
Mayfield.
Injury after
Baker
injury.
Mayfield
And Cam
who's the-
Ward.
and Cam Ward.
Cam
there
Ward.
you go.
By the
You know
way,
what?
breaking schedule news. Now, this is from a source from Ryan Fowler at _Ryan Fowler. Eagles at Commanders in Week 8, Sunday Night Football. Oh, that doesn't jive with my Week 8. I have them at the Niners, Week 8. So it looks like Eagles at the Commanders, Week 8, Sunday Night Football. So that's one primetime game that seems to be,
All right, so you got the
Kinda
Colts
locked
and the
in.
Eagles.
yeah.
Middle of the season.
Yep.
Yep,
And of
There
course,
it
in week 4, you're going international against the Colts.
that's right.
That's not a primetime game.
No,
we're not counting that.
It's an
That's a
island game.
standalone.
It's an
Yeah.
island
Standalone.
game.
It's not
Standalone
okay,
is
but
different.
I mean, the Jags didn't play 8 standalone games.
The standalone game, though, they some people think that that's a highlight. Your team is
It's kind of like a primetime game because all eyes are on
All
that game.
NFL
It's not.
eyes on.
We know what primetime means. It means 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
at
means
night.
in the evening.
But they try to hype it up as different than being lost in the shuffle of the 1 o'clocks and the 4 o'clocks.
Sure.
Yeah. I'd rather have a 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Of course.
To be honest with you, stand up
You're a
late
creature of
sucks. Getting up at 9 a.m. I have to start my day at 6:30 is crazy.
Love
Why
it.
you got to start your day at
I got
6:30?
things I got to do. I got a
Need
routine.
a 3-hour
I'm not
ramp
going to
up.
sit there and lay in bed and watch football. I got a whole thing I got to do. I got to get up.
What's
I
your
gotta-
whole thing?
Gotta
What'd you
hit
do this
balls. He's
morning?
gotta hit
You did a
balls.
whole thing?
He's got to jump on
Well,
his
that's
like
You did a
different.
3-hour whole
No,
thing?
that's
He's gonna
great.
get into the
That's
sauna.
different. Watching football, it's a 3-hour exercise. I got to be prepared. I just got to get up early.
Yeah, but on the flip
Got a whole
side,
ritual.
don't you like ending the game at 12:30?
Not really.
Watch it
That's the whole ritual.
You got the whole
I
day.
enjoy. Well,
What is in the
I gotta
whole
wait
ritual?
a certain amount of time before I can have my breakfast. I gotta wait, I gotta wait a certain amount of time before I can have my coffee. I want to be comfortable. I still want to watch game. When 9 o'clock games are on Sundays, typically I'm in bed. Like 8 o'clock, 8:30, I'm still in bed. Don't want to be in bed.
Okay,
So
8:30. The
get
game's
out of
at
bed
9:30.
Get out of bed 8:30. Go down, brew a pot of coffee.
I gotta be mentally prepared. I gotta be ready.
I don't get it. That's what prepared. We talk about
Yeah.
the game all week.
Here's how you mentally prepare for 9:30 a.m. football. You get out of bed, you brew a pot of coffee, you pick up your remote, you point it
Look,
at the TV,
I'm a man
and you
of
turn it on.
I'm a man of routine, and I do not enjoy the 9 o'clock games.
I know. I'm just trying to
sorry.
figure out the routine.
My routine is I like to be outside to watch
Well,
the games.
you only
early
got
into the
1
year.
week. You only
I
have
like
1
to be
week to
down
deal
in
with
my cave.
How many times has he said, I'm going to be watching the game on my phone while driving? I mean, there's no routine.
That rarely happens. For the
You said
Redskins,
that, you said
the
that 7
Redskins?
times last
the Redskins rarely.
Oh, come on.
Rarely. That doesn't happen with the Redskins. It's very rare. Now, if I have a child responsibility, then that's a priority, but that's rare that happens.
All right, when we come back, we're going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets to Satch Vibe Band and a pair of tickets to go see Journey when they come to Baltimore this fall. So keep listening for your chance to win. It's coming up next.